Idioms are fun, and I want to show you a bunch of idioms that you can use for any topic in IELTS speaking. Let's do it. Hello, this is Keith from the Keith Speaking Academy and this YouTube channel, English Speaking Success. And I'm here because I want to help you change from being an English student to an English speaker. And I know you can do it if you study with me step by step. We can make it. So, idioms. I know lots of students can find idioms to be a real challenge, right? Which do I learn? How do I use them? Well, there are thousands of idioms in English, and I suggest that you just learn maybe one a day, right? As a part of your daily English diet, if you like. I also suggest that you don't go and look for lists of lots of idioms and try and learn them, right? I don't think that's effective. Much better is that when you're watching a film or a video or listening to a podcast and you hear an interesting expression, make a note, check the meaning, and then learn it. Because then you've got the context and you're getting kind of just one or two idioms a day, which is easier rather than learning a list of 20. Now, I realize it's a bit ironic because I'm giving you a list today, but I am going to try and give you the context that will help you see how to use it better, right? Now, idioms are very important because they help you to understand natural spoken English, but also they're very important in IELTS speaking, right? Because if you want a band 7 or above, the band descriptors tell us over here that you must use some less common and idiomatic vocabulary. So it is important. I also think idioms are fun, and I think people forget why we use idioms, right? We use idioms to add colour, metaphor, or humour to the way that we speak. This is why you hear newsreaders, journalists, politicians use them a lot, right? To make their speech really attractive and colourful. Now, I'm a big fan of food. I'm a real foodie and cooking. And I think you can think of idioms as being the salt and pepper, or sal y pimienta, of your speaking, right? So they add a bit of flavour. They are not the main dish, but they give spice to your speaking, right? So also, do not overuse idioms. Don't use so many, because like your food, right? If you're putting in lots and lots of salt, you're going to ruin your food. It's the same. If you use lots of idioms, you will ruin your speech, ruin your English. So just use them sparingly, pepper them into your speech to give a bit of spice and flavour. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you some idioms and idiomatic expressions that you can use for any topic, right, in IELTS speaking. We will look at how to express opinions, talk about likes and dislikes, expressing confusion, saying that things, places and people are very good, or even that things, places and people are not very good. Right? Lots of flexible idioms. What's more, I'm going to help you with the pronunciation. Because idioms are not literal, they're often metaphorical, it's really important you get the pronunciation, the stress and the intonation spot on so people understand you. I'm going to help you with that and also show you an awesome mobile app called Elsa Speak, which can help you when I am not here. Right now, let's get into it. Okay, let's have a look first at expressing opinions. We can take maybe just a typical question about opinions. What do you think about something? For example, right? Many governments are investing in space travel. What do you think about this? You could say, my take on this is it's a good idea. My take is my opinion, right? What's your take? What's your opinion? My take on this is da 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 da, right? If you can connect the take on, my take on this, and stress the my, because it's emphasizing your opinion. My take on this, try. My take on this is it's a good idea. Great. Or you could say, to my way of thinking, it's a good idea. To my way of thinking, it's a good idea. My way of thinking is, again, it's not literally a path or a way, it's just a form of thinking. And we would say to my way of thinking, notice the of thinking, to my way of thinking. Nice. Or if you're not sure if it's a good idea, you could say, I'm in two minds about this. Two minds, boom, two different opinions. I'm in two minds about this. And then you could go on to say, well, on the one hand, da 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 da, on the other hand, da 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 da. A similar expression is, I'm on the fence about this. So you might say, I'm on the fence. The meaning here is, if you imagine a wall and you're on the wall, you're not over here and you're not over here, you're in the middle. I'm on the fence. A fence is a kind of wooden wall. I'm on the fence. The stress, I'm on the fence, because you're emphasizing on, you're not off, right? I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. On the one hand, it's a good idea, but on the other hand, maybe it's not. I think I'm on the fence. Might be more natural to say, I think I'm on the fence. Okay. Now, a nice idiomatic expression, which is also a phrasal verb, is to boil down to, right? And this means that the most important thing is this. Boil down comes from when you have a sauce or a soup and you're boiling the liquid so that the liquid disappears. So you're boiling it down to the essential thing, the most important thing. So we can say, it boils down to money. Can we afford to invest in space, right? It boils down to plus the noun. A simple way of using it is to say it boils down to one thing, and then you say what the most important thing is. For example, it boils down to one thing. Our planet is in danger, so we must explore space. It boils down to one thing. Nice. So what about you? Many governments are investing in space travel. What do you think about this? Lovely. Let's move on. Next up, let's look at likes and dislikes. So, very often in IELTS speaking, especially part 1, you might be asked if you like something, right? Do you like your job? Do you like football? Do you like fast food, for example? Now, if it's a singular noun, like job or fast food, there are certain expressions you can use. And one of my favorite ones is, it's the bee's knees, right? Bee as in bzz, knee as in this part of your leg. It's the bee's knees. Pronunciation, bee's knees. It's that long vowel sound. It's the bee's knees. Great. So We often use this expression for a very particular thing, right? If you're talking about, for example, fast food, sometimes, if the truth be told, we go to McDonald's once in a blue moon, and I love the Big Mac, right? For me, the Big Mac, it's the bee's knees. Or for example, I watch football now and again, and I was watching England in the Euro 2021. Well done, Italy. And one of my favourite players, Harry Kane, right? For me, he's the bee's knees. So for very specific things, we can use this expression. Notice if it's a plural noun, we wouldn't use it in the same way. So if, for example, do you like picnics? Speaking generally, you can't say it's the bee's knees because it's picnics, right? So often we would make a noun phrase. So for example, yes, do you like picnics? I love going to the countryside. It's the bee's knees. It's referring to going to the countryside, the noun phrase. I love going to the countryside. It's the bee's knees, all right? So just be careful that we use it with singular nouns and usually quite specific ones. Now, if there's something that you don't like a lot and you don't dislike, we could say, I can take it or leave it, right? Do you like your job? I can take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. It's I'm indifferent. I don't really mind. I can take it or leave it. Notice there's a nice trick there that when you've got a sentence with or, you can pause there. You can go, I can take it or leave it. I can take it or leave it. It can help with your fluency, right? You can just break up into two little chunks. I can take it or leave it. And then finally, if you dislike something, you can say, it's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. So that's usually used in the negative, things that you don't like. Do you like rugby? Nah, it's not my cup of tea. Great. Let's move on. Now let's look at things that confuse you. So sometimes in IELTS speaking, right, there are some topics or subjects that can be confusing, right? Maybe science or artificial intelligence. What else? Maybe museums or art, architecture. And maybe you don't know much about it or you find it confusing. There are a couple of nice idioms you can use to express that confusion. For example, right, if somebody says, what do you think of artificial intelligence? Well, to be honest, I can't make head or tail of it. It's just totally confusing for me. I can't make head or tail of it, right? Means I don't understand it. It's a bit like when you look at an animal and if you can't say, well, which is the head and which is the tail? I don't know. It's too confusing. I can't make head or tail of it, right? Often we would link head or tail of it. I can't make head or tail of it. Nice. And I think in the US, the Americans tend to use the plural. I can't make heads or tails of it. Either one is absolutely fine. Another similar expression is, I can't get my head round it. If you get your head round something, it's to understand it. So if you can't get your head around it, you don't understand it. It's confusing. You know, what do you think of modern art? I can't get my head around it. It just looks like nonsense to me, for example. Okay. Great. Right, listen, let's kick back and take a break from idioms, if we can. What would you like? A cappuccino? All right. Well, listen, while we're waiting, I want to tell you about an awesome mobile app that I really, really like. It's second to none. It's a cut above the rest. Elsa Speak. It's a pronunciation mobile app that I really like, not only because of the really cutting edge technology it has using AI, right, for voice recognition, but also because of its approach to learning. So you're able to repeat phrases that you hear, words or phrases, and then it pinpoints your mistakes and gives you feedback, and you can carry on practicing at your own pace until you improve. It's great. I think actually it's not just a great tool for pronunciation, but actually building up your vocabulary, right? Picking up idioms day by day as a part of your English diet. Let's go inside. Let me show you the different things you've got in here, right? So you've got different features of pronunciation. You can pick out any one that you want, or you can go and look at different topics. There are the common topics you get in IELTS or everyday life. In fact, there are specific IELTS topics for part 1, part 2, and part 3. Even like conversations like this that you can practice. Brilliant, right, for your IELTS speaking. And there are also study sets where students and teachers are sharing different phrases or words that they want to practice. I've got some study sets here. I'm going to show you my study set for idioms for IELTS speaking. So let's have a look at this one here. Here is my idioms for IELTS speaking. I'm going to take this expression.
It's the bee's knees.
So I hear the model, I then try. I'm going to do it wrong. It's the business. Almost correct. Well, 57% is not great. But what's the feedback? Bees, pronounce the E with the vowel E. Yeah, I said I, should be E. Bee's knees. Try again. It's the bee's knees. Excellent, much better. Brilliant. So listen, you can go and download the app and you can start practicing my study set. Brilliant. Also, Elsa, for my students, that's you, if you're watching this, they have some great discounts, right? If you go for the 1-year membership, you can get 30% discount. If you go for the lifetime membership, you get 80%, 80% discount, and then you've got Elsa in your pocket for the rest of your life. Day by day, improving your pronunciation with Elsa. Fantastic. You can check out the links below, go and download the app, check them out, and start practicing with Elsa speaking. Excellent. Now you can have your cappuccino to go because we're going back to find out more about those idioms. Let's go. Now in IELTS speaking part 2, sometimes you have to talk about a person, maybe a person you know or a famous person, right? And very often you may say, I'm going to talk about, or the person I'm going to talk about is my father. Well, there's a nice little idiomatic expression you can use here, which is, the person I'm going to talk about is none other than my father. None other than is just, it's used usually when the person you introduce is going to be a surprise for the listener, right? The person I'm going to talk about is none other than Donald Trump. Oh, what a surprise. Now, the thing is, because whoever you talk about is going to be a surprise for the examiner because they don't know you. So in fact, you can use this for anybody, right? The person I'm going to talk about is none other than my English teacher at primary school. Absolutely fine. Just notice the pronunciation. None other than. We normally link none other than. None other than. Try. The person I'm going to talk about is none other than. Brilliant. Let's move on. Now, we talked about IELTS speaking part 2. You may have to talk about a person, but you may also have to talk about a thing or a place. Now, if you want to describe a person, a thing or a place as being very good, there are a number of different idiomatic expressions you can use. Let me take an example. I'm going to talk about a celebrity, a famous football player, Harry Kane. Who else? None other than Harry Kane. I could say Harry Kane is hands down the best football player in the world. Harry Kane is second to none. He is a cut above the rest. I think the world of Harry Kane. So all of these expressions mean, he's very good or he's the best. You could also use these for places or for things. Maybe your favourite restaurant, right? What's your favourite restaurant? Oh, McDonald's is second to none. Really? No, I'm joking. What about you? Which is your favourite restaurant in your city? Now, if you want to talk about things, places or people that are just normal, right? Nothing special. A really nice idiom is to say run of the mill. Run of the mill. Can you say that? Run of the mill. Run of the mill just means ordinary, nothing special, right? I went to a restaurant last night in my neighbourhood. It was okay, but it's a run of the mill restaurant. I've got this new game on my phone. Yeah, it's okay. It's a run-of-the-mill game, like all of them, really. Nice expression to use. So we've looked at something that's very good, something that's normal. What about if something is not so good? Again, we might want to say, for example, it's not a patch on. It's not a patch on. It's not a patch on. Can you say? It's not a patch on. And here we're comparing two things, right? So for example, I saw the latest Marvel film the other day, right? The Black Widow. Have you seen it? Right. It's good, but it's not as good as the previous film, right? It's not a patch on the previous film. Or I saw a film and I've also read the book. I mean, the film's okay, but it's not a patch on the book. The book is much better. It's not a patch on. Nice expression. Similarly, another expression is it can't hold a candle to this one. Again, meaning it's not as good as. So the latest Marvel film was okay, but it can't hold a candle to the very first Marvel film, right? I mean, Spider-Man is good, but he can't hold a candle to Batman. So you can use it with things, with people, with places as well. Yeah. I mean, Manchester's a nice city, but it can't hold a candle to London. I shouldn't say that because Manchester's my hometown, but it's true. London, I think, is a nicer city than Manchester, but don't tell anybody I said that. Great. So we've talked about people, places and things that are very good, normal and not so good. Let's move on. So remember, just pick out one or two idioms from these, start practicing them and slowly build up your base, maybe one idiom a day, so that over time you'll have a larger and larger base of idioms that you can use more confidently and will help you move from being an English student to an English speaker. Excellent. If you like this video, please do press the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and do remember, check out Elsa Speak if you want to really improve your pronunciation or even just brush up on your pronunciation. It's a fantastic tool to do that. If you go down here, follow the links, you can download the app and you can get your 80% discount on a lifetime membership. Go and check it out. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon in the next video. Take care, my friend. Bye-bye.